All right, let's get ready for our boys' game. Cardinals are going against Buffalo. This has been an interesting matchup over the years. I don't have as much in the way of scouting for this game. It's hard to find film on Buffalo, and I don't talk to the coaches for this kind of thing. I don't want to give away any strategies of theirs accidentally. Occasionally I do talk to players. But let's talk about these teams. The Cardinals coming off a fantastic start for the year. They've already got 2 big wins, going against rival Tyrone and winning by 20, 46-26. And then also a 70-51 game, a big win over Fargo Gage Sports Supply. So Cardinals are starting 2-0. Just like the Lady Cardinals, they are ranked currently at 25th in the state. That ranking will not show up for the public, but that is an official ranking from the coaches as they vote on the teams. So nice to see both of our teams doing well at this point as they start off the year very strong. Buffalo started off 2-0. They beat up on Beaver 57-29. Then played Burlington a little bit closer, 64-50, before having to go to Leedy. Now Leedy's ranked 4th in the state in Class B, and that game tilted heavily against the Bison as they fell 24-55. Over the years, this has gone a little bit back and forth, but has tended to go Buffalo's way. Over the last 5 years, these two teams have met 7 different times. Over the last 5 games, it's gone, well, let's go to the last 4 games. Since 2019, it's gone 2-2. Back and forth and back and forth. Buffalo in 2019. In 2020, Turpin 1-1, and then Buffalo 1-1 in the Laverne tournament. And then last year, Turpin won in a very close game, 42-40. The two teams, the average score when these two teams have met over the last 5 years in these 7 games, only a 4-point difference. You can bet that's going to be a story I'm going to be hounding on as this game goes on, because these two tend to match up well with each other and play hard. So Cardinals averaging 45 points when they play Buffalo and holding Buffalo to just 49 points. So we'll see what comes out of the game so far. Cardinals have scored more than that, especially against Fargo Gage Sports Supply. So we'll see what kind of points you can get up on the board. Buffalo, over that last 5 years, has been a really good team, by the way. Over the last 5 years, they've compiled a record of 87-46. The Cardinals have come pretty close to 500. So you got a big difference here as far as the success of the programs. But Cardinals fans will tell you, things are turning on a dime. In Turpin, Oklahoma, we've got a team that's being recognized by coaches around the state. We've got some coaches ranking us as high as 10th, higher than 10 in their personal rankings. So that's really nice to see. So far this year, Buffalo, fairly low scoring team. They're averaging 48 points a game, but they're allowing 45 points a game. One thing that you'll see about the team is they're fairly tall. They don't have one guy who stands out, but they've got 4 guys at 6'2" or 6'3". Expect to see at least 2 of them out there on the court most of the time, and so we do need to see how they can do with their post offense and how our posts match up with them. As far as what they've done in games where they do have some stats, they're a good passing team and a decent defensive team against passing. They're averaging 12 assists a game and only allowing 6 assists a game. So that tells you that there's some good things going on with them. They are a pretty good shooting team, averaging around 46 to 47% from the field, and on holding opponents into the mid-30s. So now that's not counting the Leedy game. The Leedy game kind of tilted against them, like I said, but in their other 2 games. So we'll have to see what Bison team shows up tonight and how the Cardinals can hang with it. As far as 3-point shooting goes, they've been all over the place. They've had games they've done really well. They don't seem to shoot a lot, but they've had games where they've shot very poorly. Now, as far as free throws go, looks like they're like the Lady Bison. They're not good from the line. So if this game comes down to fouls, Cardinals might have a pretty big edge on them. Cardinals have been shooting from outside at a tremendous pace. They made 8 3-pointers against Tyrone. They made more than I could count, and I haven't gone back and checked stats, but just sitting at the scorer's table when they played against Fargo Gage Sports Supply, I lost count at 13. So they were just lighting it up from outside. Several players on this team can shoot from outside. So Buffalo's going to have to really extend their defense. Like I said, I couldn't find any film on them. So we'll have to see as the game starts to flow as to whether or not it's a man or a zone. But enough of that. Let's see our starters. Number 0, Mario Hernandez. Number 3, Carson Peters. Number 10, Bryson Parker. Oops, Caden Moses is out there already. And Jackson Hensley entering the floor.
Like Peters, the starting lineup for the Buffalo Varsity, number 0, Pedro Estrada.
Starters for Buffalo, number 0, Pedro Estrada. Number 11, Sebastian Hoffman, who's a junior. Number 13, Cole Brooks, a senior. Number 23, Camden Young. And number 24, Emilio Siniceros. Now, I can tell you one thing to be ready for. Expect me to be saying the name Camden Young an awful lot tonight. He's the coach's son. He's their best player. He is recovering from an injury that has kind of limited him from what he could do during football season. We'll see if that's carried over to basketball season. But Yock is a tremendous player. He has a really great jump shot. He can penetrate well. Now, you might notice if you look out there, he's not the tallest dude, but he can really move well. And you can see also the height on the floor with Hoffman and Siniceros. So, we don't match up poorly with them on height. We've got our own height. And there we have a display of it as Hensley not only combining some height, but a tremendous jumping ability, easily wins the tip. Cardinals have the ball. On the floor, you can see Parker goes to Hensley right off the bat. Nice play called immediately for the Cardinals on the first possession, and Hensley's going to get fouled and go to the line. Big momentum type establishing play for the Cardinals. Hensley misses the first. That foul's going to go on Hoffman. So 12 seconds into the game, Cardinals already at the line and drawing a foul on Buffalo. Hensley puts up the second, misses it. He ended up missing both free throws. Yock's got the ball, working around the outside. He'll pull up for a 3 off the front of the rim. Again, I'd be surprised if Buffalo drains a lot of threes. They've struggled with it so far this year. But I don't put anything past Yock. Parker gets open in the corner. They leave him alone, and he hits the corner baseline jumper. Gives the Cardinals a 4-point lead. Sorry, make that a 2-point lead. Yock's able to drive in and answer. All tied up, 2 apiece. Hensley in the corner. Now Cardinals, remember, been making three-pointers at tremendous pace, and so far, looks to be some openings from this Buffalo defense. Wasn't able to get any scouting on them as to what they run. We'll have to be watching for that as the game goes. Parker brings it down. They're going to match up with us in a man-to-man. Parker over to Peters. Peters picks it up. They double him quick. Siniceros responds, and it's a jump ball. Nice job there by Buffalo. They pull the double team, and then they're ready and quickly closing down passing lanes. And that's a turnover for the Cardinals. Technically, it's a jump ball, but we lose the possession on that deal. Yock up top working against Moses. Siniceros with a nice looking jumper, but it's off. Peters is going to track it down. Carson into the front court, out quick to Moses. Hensley's going to drive in, put it off the glass to miss, but Hernandez is there, out to Moses. Moses puts up the three and drains it. Yock into the front court, into the corner, he finds Hoffman. Hoffman up top to Estrada. Estrada matching up with Peters. Peters forces him out, not giving him an opening. Hernandez working against Hoffman. Now Yock with the jumper. He's leaning back a little bit. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Buffalo. Buffalo had a run over the last 5 years with some tremendous athletes. They're putting some teams on the floor that can really move well. Parker gets open again in the corner. This time it's three and he drains it. Cardinals, 6-point lead under 3 minutes into this game, and we've jumped out on top. Bison running a dribble drive. It's Hoffman in the corner. Peters matches it. Here's Yock. He tries to dribble in. Parker matches up with him and keeps him from doing it. Parker overshade to the left. Yock's going to drive in. There's a whistle. I think we got a foul called on the Cardinals. And it's going to be called on Parker. Parker picks up his first. That's the first foul on the Cardinals. We made it 3 minutes in before we got a foul. Oh, nice inbounds play, but Hoffman misses it, and Hensley sneaks up the court. Nice easy layup for the senior. Cardinals now up 10-2. You couldn't hear it, but Hensley gave the backboard a little love tap on that layup. Just Cardinals here might be getting to feel a little bit comfortable. Things are going well in the early moments of this game. I got it established in the pregame. These are two teams that have matched up in very interesting ways over the years. A lot of close games. Moses open for the three again. This one's going to go off the back of the rim. Rebound by Hoffman. Yock's got it. I don't know how many weapons Buffalo has, though. They might be leaning on Yock quite a bit. Last year we watched him in a tournament, and Yock seemed to be about the only weapon they had. And he wasn't quite enough to carry him. This time you got to drive inside by Brooks. Brooks is going to get fouled. Carson Peters picks up his first, second team foul on the Cardinals. Substitution, Randy Rios coming in. And Estrada's going to take a seat. Cardinals haven't subbed anybody in yet. Yock into Hoffman. Hoffman turnaround jumper over Hernandez. Nice move there by the post player for the Bison. Cardinals into the front court. Parker out to Hensley. Hensley gets doubled. Parker's left wide open again. Kisses it off the back of the rim. Rebound to the Bison. Here they come the other way. Parker about made him pay for leaving him open on that. Yock tries putting up a three, and it's hard off the rim. Siniceros gets it, tries to turn around that Hoffman tried just a moment ago, but neither play works out for the Bison, and Hensley gets the rebound. Hensley drives in hard, gives it to Hernandez. Hernandez isn't quite ready for it, though. Bounces off Hernandez and out of bounds. Jag Huffman's going to come in. Jet Huffman. Jag is his junior high brother. Jet comes in. Peters will take a seat. First substitution for the Cardinals. We made it almost 5 minutes in. Coach Biebermeyer feeling comfortable with the crew that he has out on the floor. The pace that Buffalo's putting out here is not likely to be one that will tire us too much. It might come down to whether or not we can do much in transition. But it looks like Buffalo might be content to run some clock and try for a more methodical type of offense. Hoffman's got it. Jumper from the middle of the lane. Nobody is there but Hensley. Hernandez also had good position. So Cardinals doing a good job on the boards. Hensley's looking out on the edge for Huffman. And Rios is there and knocks the ball loose. Nash Levens is going to come in. Hernandez will take a break. Parker's got the ball. Into the front court he goes, going against Rios. Pick and roll, and then back over to Hensley. Hensley puts it up. It's a little bit short off the front of the rim. Levens tries to reach in and challenge the ball. But Huffman's holding on to it a little bit too well, and Levens gets a hold of the arm. Buffalo's got the ball out of bounds after the foul on Levens. Cardinals have 3. Nobody with more than 1 for the Cardinals, but it is 3 fouls on the team. Yock's got it in the front court going against Caden Moses. Fakes, goes away from the screen, pitch out to Rios. Rios puts it up from the corner. 3 points good for Rios. Parker attacks the baseline, then cross court to Hensley. Hensley's going to drive in, put it up in the lane. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but that's because he got fouled. Hensley will get to go to the line. It's only the second foul called in the 6 minutes that we've had this first quarter going, but only 3 fouls called on the Cardinals. Pretty clean game here. Big difference as far as the amount of whistles from that girls' game that we just got done with. Estrada's going to come back in, and Eli Alley will come onto the floor for the first time. Cardinals still sticking with the 5 they had a moment ago. Levens, Huffman, Moses, Hensley, and Parker. Hensley misses the free throws. Hensley's touch a little bit different than it had been the first 2 games. But we've been playing with home cooking, not having to travel outside our own gym for our first 2 games. Going on the road, a little bit different rims, a little bit different touch. Huffman's able to snag a pass intended for the lane. Hensley's open up top for 3. Another shot off the side of the rim. Coming hard is Yock. Hensley challenging. That's interesting. They're going to count the shot as falling. Sinisterra should grab the net. Usually that's an offensive interference. Very interesting. No call there. But Yock gets the bucket to fall. Hensley picks up the foul and challenging Yock. All of a sudden, it's a 1-point game. Buffalo's went on a run after it was a 10-2 game. Yock makes the free throw, and we're all tied up with 90 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So Cardinals were starting to put some distance in between them and Buffalo. Buffalo starts to change out some personnel, and it starts to work in their favor. Gunnar Post, speaking of personnel changes, he's just come in, kicks it out to Caden Moses, and the senior hits the second three-pointer of the game, giving the Cardinals back a 3-point lead. Rios kicks it out to Estrada. Estrada back to Alley. Alley attacking. Now they're going in a dribble drive. Sorry, they're just working and probing for openings there. Rios in deep. Alley in the lane puts it up. Parker gets the rebound, but then a loose ball, big scramble. Before it's all said and done, Rios found an opening from the corner to drain another three-pointer. Just like that, it's tied up again. 37 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Buffalo making a game of it here. It looked like Cardinals might be on the verge of running away with it. But first quarter's way too early. Post open in the corner. That was about where Parker was when he hit his corner jumper early in the game. Post gives the Cardinals back a 2-point lead. 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Yock and Moses up top. Cardinals content to let Yock play out the corner for this last shot. He takes it, he misses it. Levens had challenged, and we end the first quarter. Cardinals up 15-13. Nobody's in foul trouble. Basically, it's like restarting the game with 3 quarters to go. Unofficial stats from your statistician extraordinaire, Elizabeth Buller. Moses is leading the way right now as far as points go with 2 3-pointers. Parker's got a bucket and a 3. Hensley's got 2 and Gunner Post has 2. 4 Cardinals have a pair of rebounds each. Hernandez, Peters, Parker, and Hensley. We do have 4 Cardinals with a foul apiece, but that won't be a big deal with just 1 foul, as long as they can keep it that way. That's Nash, Levins, Carson Peters, Bryson Parker, and Jackson Hensley. Levins open for a 3. Now, one thing that did happen, 3 3-pointers in the first quarter might be more than the Bison are comfortable with. We'll see if they're going to go ahead and leave that opening. Camden Yock more than comfortable behind the 3-point line. Gives Buffalo their first lead. Drains a 3. And Buffalo with 3 3-pointers themselves. I'd said Buffalo's not good from behind the 3-point line. They are proving me wrong in a big way with 3 3-pointers early on in the game and a 16-15 lead. Ball gets poked away from Caden Moses. Yock sets up for another 3 and drains it. The senior is feeling it. That's now 4 3-points for Buffalo, and Cardinals are going to have to adjust by the newfound 3-point shooting touch of these Bison. Inside the post with a lot of contact from Bison defenders. No call, though. He misses the highly contested shot, and Buffalo ends up with the ball after it squirts out of bounds. Substitution coming onto the floor. Carson Peters comes back in. Hensley's on. Let's just go through the lineup we got on the floor. You got Caden Moses, Jackson Hensley, Gunner Post, Carson Peters, and Bryson Parker. Yock drives in. Parker challenges. Shots missed. Might have been deflected a little bit. Moses has it. Into the corner for Hensley. Hensley's been a tremendous weapon for the Cardinals on both sides of the court so far in the first couple of games. Cardinals are waiting on the senior to get his touch going in this one. After the miss, Gunner Post tries to challenge for the rebound and ends up drawing a foul. All of a sudden, Cardinals have 5 fouls. Nobody with more than 1. Yock brings the ball up, working Cardinals in their man-to-man. Switch off, and now Hensley defending against Yock. Yock goes up and then throws it out to Rios. Rios now against Peters. Kind of a screen. Estrada came in, didn't set up for a screen. If he would have made contact, that would have been an offensive foul. But Estrada just kind of threw himself toward the defender. The defender jumped around him. No contact was made, so nothing was needed to be called, but Buffalo ends up turning it over for different reasons. Cardinals have it. They're down by 4 here after a couple of 3-pointers. Starting off this quarter, Buffalo taking the lead. Parker from the corner with a 3. That's going to be way too long, but Hernandez tips it back to Hensley. Hensley with a lot of contact. Again, no call. Hensley ends up missing it. Interesting, Buffalo only has 2 fouls in this game, but you're noticing there's players hitting the floor quite a bit here. Nice pass there. Brooks, who'd come back in, hits Siniceros. Siniceros was open enough, he's able to make the bump shot. A lot of contact, no call. Buffalo's starting to ratchet up the defensive pressure. And it's a 6-point lead for Buffalo here. Cardinals going to have to match up with this run that Buffalo's on. Again, with these screens, if you'll watch, those are not screens. That would be an offensive foul. The Cardinals are not challenging the screens to draw the call. They're moving out of the way, and another made shot for Buffalo. All of a sudden, it's a 9-point game. Hensley putting it up. It's a miss. Rebound by Yock. Cardinals suddenly not rebounding here. Buffalo's intensity is not being matched. They're doing a good job here. And they're on a bit of a run. Cardinals will have to weather it and come right back. In the first quarter, it was the Cardinals. At one point, they had a 10-2 lead. Since that point, it is a 22-5 run for Buffalo. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Buffalo. Cardinals ball. They need to answer. They're desperately needing a bucket here. 22-5 run here for Buffalo. And Parker's going to do it. Drives right through the Buffalo defense. And able to put in the layup. 7-point game now. Cardinals trail 17-24. Yock's up top working against Huffman. Yock's going to go ahead with another pull-up jumper. He was cold in the first, then suddenly got hot early in the second. That may not be the kind of shot that his dad, Coach Yock, is really looking for. Cardinals have the ball. Peters bringing it up. Cardinals have been resorting to the three-pointer. Here comes another one. Huffman misses it. Hernandez unable to haul it in. You can go with the three-pointer all day long as you're making them or you're getting your rebounds and getting extra chances. Those second chances dried up. Long shot for the Bisons missed, and Hernandez gets the rebound. Peters out to Huffman. Huffman rolling over the top. Back to Parker. Now, Moses. Sorry, that wasn't Yock that time. They responded to Moses getting open that time after the senior had the 2 threes. Moses goes inside, puts up the shot, and the Bisons are able to haul in the rebound. Steal by Huffman. Cardinals have numbers. It's 3-on-2. Actually, it's 5-on-2. Buffalo very slow getting back. Peters wide open. Can he drain it? He does. Cardinals with a big shot there. They pull back within 4. Cardinals now trail 20-24. 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. In the first half. Cardinals with quick 5 points here. Help get things stabilized. Hopefully they've been able to stop the bleeding. Bison with that big run coming into the start of the second quarter. Remember, the Cardinals were up 10-2 in the first. And from there on, Buffalo started on a run. They ended the first quarter down by only 2, 15-13. And then jumped out to a 24-15 lead. Putting 11 points on the Cardinals to start the second quarter before we finally answered just a moment ago with 2 buckets. They've been doing it behind the three-point line mainly. 5 three-pointers made by Buffalo. Actually, 6 made by Buffalo by my count. Buffalo starts their half-court offense. Yock's got it, working against Parker. It's out for Rios against Hernandez. Rios trying to drive inside. He does, puts up a floater. He got tipped a little bit. On the rebound attempt, Buffalo's going to draw a foul. That's only their 3rd foul for the entire first half. That's the first on Siniceros. Cardinals have 5 fouls, but nobody with more than 1, so this is not a game so far that's been defined by the whistle. Maybe the lack of it, depending on which side you want to cheer for. Hernandez drives inside. Coach Yock was pretty sure he took an extra step moving that pivot foot before going up for the shot, but referees didn't call it. There's 3 of them out there. And Hernandez gets the shot to fall and pulls the Cardinals back within 2. Cardinals right now on a 7-point run. Down 2 with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the first half. Cardinals trying to right the ship after the big run by Buffalo. Yock drives in. Moses coming from behind after he got around him on the baseline. Swings at the ball, gets a little bit of Yock, maybe too much of Yock, and gets called for the foul. It's only the first on Moses. Cardinals, at least with getting the 6 fouls, they've managed to spread them around. 6-3 is the foul total. 6 for the Cardinals, 3 for the Bison. Yock's at the line. He makes his first. Senior point guard having a good game and making the Cardinals pay here. Extends the Buffalo lead back out to 3 points, getting ready to shoot his 2nd free throw after the make. He takes advantage of the foul call and makes both. Peters into the front court. Hernandez. Now Parker. Cardinals right now looks like they're running a 4 out, maybe working to get an opening for Hensley. Bison have switched to a zone though. Long 3 is no good, but Peters sneaks in and gets the rebound. Now Parker's got it back up top. Buffalo extending that zone out quite a bit. We'll see if the Cardinals attack it. They do. Hensley gets inside. You can see the strength by the senior holding on, waiting for Siniceros to drop before putting that shot up and in. 26-24. Hensley doing it even despite the contact from Siniceros. Drive in by Yock. He's trying to draw contact. Referees don't see anything from Yock throwing his body into a flock of Cardinals. Hensley open for the three-pointer. Needs a miss. Yock now in transition. What do you want to bet? He's going to throw himself into somebody again. A jump ball. I have no idea how that could be a jump ball. Anyway, it is a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Buffalo. Yock gets it into Rios. Back to Yock for a quick 3. It bounces out, but Rios is there. Sneaks behind and gets the ball, but tries to pass it to Yock again. You can tell a lot of this offense runs through Yock in one way or another, so if the senior gets hot, we have to be careful on that defense to make sure that he doesn't get these opportunities. Yock tips the ball, but we recover it, and we look down low for Hensley. 2 bad passes on that possession, and finally we paid the price for not being careful. Yock into Brooks, who leaves it for Yock. Under 50 seconds left to go. Looks like Buffalo might be going ahead and hold the ball here and go in at halftime with the lead if they can help it. Playing for maybe one last bucket here before half. Boy, if you pay attention, you're going to see Estrada and Rios just throwing themselves at players in what you might call a screen, but really is not what the definition of a screen would fall under. Inexplicably, Estrada just loses control of the ball out of bounds. So, Cardinals will take the gift. We'll see what we can do with it. Parker's got the ball. Parker's up top, defended by Estrada. Pick and roll. Hensley's got it. Hensley's got Siniceros on his hip. He'll make Siniceros pay. Siniceros can't hang with Hensley. Hensley ties it up before the half. We get to start all over. 16 more minutes to find out who can come out on top here in Buffalo. Cardinals jump out big early. Buffalo with a nice run. They pull into the lead, and the Cardinals answer, tying it up. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders, and we'll talk about game summary so far.
Okay, folks, it's time for the Bison Booster Hoop Shoot. We're going to draw one ticket. This person has a chance to win $130. They will first shoot a layup to win $10. If they make that, then they will shoot a free throw for an additional $20.
All right, this looks like it might be entertaining. Let's take a moment.
They can move on to a three-pointer for an additional $100. At any time if they miss, game over. Tonight's Hoop Shoot is sponsored by Bison Roofing and Fence. If you are interested in being a sponsor, get with a Bison Booster board member. So tonight, we are drawing a ticket to see who the lucky winner is. Y'all give a hand to Eloy here. He's doing a great job. Okay, the last 3 digits are 691. 691. 691. Look at your ticket. 691. Someone over here. Come on down. We promise not to laugh at you very long. 691. Come on down.
All right, this definitely is about to get more entertaining.
Shoot a layup.
Abby Peters had the winning ticket, and she's coaxing Alyssa out onto the court to be the competitor. While this is getting set up, games of local interest. Goodwell and Hooker girls were playing earlier. Hooker ended up pulling away 51-30. That game was a little bit closer early on. Balco and Tyrone played at Tyrone, and Balco won 35-29.
Shoot a layup.
And that's it as far as what I got on score.
Either one.
All right, Alyssa made her layup. Now she has to shoot from the free throw line. This has turned a little bit into the 2 crowds cheering for and maybe against.
No pressure.
You might be able to hear
$130.
$130 if Alyssa makes this three-pointer. Oh, just barely. You saw there, just barely off the edge.
Varsity is sponsored by Varsity Roofing and Fence for sponsoring tonight. Thank you.
All right, let's go through some stats. Talk about what's going on in this game. As far as scoring goes, Parker's got 7, Hensley's got 6. Kate Moses has 6 as well. Peters has a 3, and Mario and Gunner each have a bucket rounding things out. As far as rebounding goes, Cardinals have done a pretty good job on rebounding, especially in the first quarter. Hernandez, Peters, and Hensley each have 3. Moses and Parker each have a pair of rebounds apiece. As far as fouls go, nobody's got more than 1. Levens, Peters, Moses, Parker, Hensley, and Post each have a foul. Gunner does have a bucket. I don't know if I said that earlier. Jets got 2 steals, but so far we've been getting the ball back on, not on steals, but on them turning the ball over out of bounds or off rebounds. Mostly rebounds. So we might need to see what we can do with that defense and see if we can step in front of a few balls and take it away from Buffalo. But they've done a pretty good job with what they're running of making it difficult. I'm going to continue to point out the way that Buffalo is screening is causing us issues as our offensive players on the outside are trying to hang with the wings. As opposing wings or guards are coming in, they're setting up for what's essentially working as a screen, but the technicals of it are not that at all. If the Cardinal players would run through that, it would have to be called a charge on Buffalo. So, as far as the game win, you saw what I saw. Cardinals jumped out to a 10-2 lead. Then Buffalo stormed back to almost tie it up before half. Before quarter. We hit a bucket right before the end of the first quarter to go back up 15-13. And then, boy howdy, Buffalo came out just on fire to start the second quarter. They hit several three-pointers and jumped out to a big lead. At one point, it was 22 to 15. They'd gone from 13 to 15 to 22 to 15. So a 9-point run to start the second quarter. And then we were able to answer. We brought it back before eventually tying it as we went to half. So it's all knotted up. It's essentially a 16-minute game going forward from here. We don't have any foul issues to worry about. They've been called for almost no fouls, so they've got no foul issues to worry about. It's just let's play it out and see what happens. I do like our chances after hitting several threes. One of the things that I'm watching is Hensley, who's been so strong for us in the first couple of games, has not had his normal touch. That will not continue. Hensley's quite the player. He's getting a lot of looks from colleges this year and looking to go on and play at the next level next year. The senior has put in a tremendous amount of work, as you can see. He and the Cardinals are hungry and have come into this game sporting a number 25 ranking in Class A. And Buffalo's not laying down for us. They've played hard and played well. But we'll see. The Cardinals' depth has not had to be tested this year. And if we can hold pace, now Buffalo's running kind of a slow down game, but if we can hold pace and make them have to work, I would expect in the fourth quarter they'll be struggling. And we might start to get some pretty easy baskets. We are getting the hold of the hoop and just missing some opportunities. Three-point shot has kept us in the game. We've hit 4 of them so far, but that's far behind our normal pace. Sorry, take it back. That was our pace against Tyrone. We hit 8 for the whole game. That last game kind of spoiled me when we played Farm Beach Full Supply. We get ready to start the second half. Parker's getting ready to throw it in. It's Parker, Carson Peters, who just caught that pass, Jackson Hensley, Mario Hernandez, and Caden Moses. Errant pass there intended for Moses gets stolen. Yock's got it. They throw it in after working through Brooks. Missed shot. Rebound for the Cardinals. I think Peters who came down with it. Peters has it up top on the floor for the Bison. It looks like their original 5 starters as well to match up with the Cardinals' 5 starters. There's Yock driving in. If Yock wasn't standing on the line, I don't know what I'm seeing. Either way, Cardinals have the ball. That's the important part. Hensley matching up outside with Hoffman. Working against Hoffman, putting it up. It's a miss, but Hernandez is there. Then Hernandez loses the ball, bumps up against somebody's body. Loose ball recovered by the Bison. Yock puts up the 3. It's off. Hernandez with another rebound, and then he goes out of bounds. Hernandez been good at getting to the ball on these rebounding opportunities. It's just got to hold on to it. That's on both sides of the floor. He gets the rebound, but then turns it over. Yock gets it in. That's Estrada up top. Estrada, Cisneros, Hoffman, Brooks. Not sure how I even say that. Estrada, Brooks. Let me try this one more time. Estrada, Yock, Brooks, Hoffman, and Cisneros on the floor for Buffalo. Foul on Parker, that's his second. Yock's got it out of bounds. Buffalo throwing it in out of the bucket. This is a dangerous spot. They try to force it in, and Hernandez gets the steal. Hernandez doing a great job of getting a hold of loose balls. Nice job getting it into Hensley. Hensley, again, struggling with the touch, misses the short shot. And cherry picking is Cisneros, who misses a wide open layup. Rebound by the Cardinals, and Moses has it. He's going to set up for 3 and hits his 3rd three-pointer of the game. When are they going to learn you can't just leave us open behind the line? Not that I want them to learn. Let's keep it going and let's start dropping some more from out there. Estrada working against several against the Cardinals zone, it looks like. shot rims out, but Hoffman is there. Turnaround jumper is gone. Hernandez gets another rebound. He is just all over the loose balls for the Cardinals here in this half. Peters to Moses. Moses working hard, gets in the lane. Turnaround jumper's missed. Yock does a good job on hustling, getting a hold of the ball, spins around, throws it off Moses, and saves the possession for Buffalo. Or sorry, steals that possession for Buffalo. Cardinals had that ball. Yock's got it, bringing it up against Moses. These two have been battling tonight, both defensively and from behind the line, trading three-pointers. Estrada outside. Parker's matched up with him. Parker tips the ball. Parker's got the steal. Whoops, sorry about the camera angle there. Parker drove in. Estrada was waiting to see what he was going to do, potentially trying to square up for the charge. And Parker made a little bit of a jab step and went in and drew the foul on Estrada. So Parker goes to the line shooting 2. Parker makes the first. Cardinals lead by 3. It's been all Cardinals so far in this half. Now if we can get those shots to fall, we can start to build that lead again. Parker puts in the second. 30-26. Cardinals lead by 4. Their largest lead since the first quarter. Yock's got the ball up top, waiting on something to go. As you can tell, a lot of this offense runs through Yock. Trying to work his way inside, puts up the jumper, misses. Hensley's got it. Cardinals in transition quick, 3-on-2. Hensley's pass is a bit behind Parker. Our timing just a little bit out of sync. Hensley put it behind Parker. Parker's athleticism, he's able to get it back to Hensley right in the middle. It gets tied up, but that jump ball, the possession arrow favors the Cardinals, so we're able to hold on to it. So, whoops, Cardinals right now. Oh, it was a foul, sorry. That foul had went against Hoffman. That was not a jump ball. I saw the 1-and-1, and this took it for a jump ball signal. The Cardinals take the foul. They were able to hit Hernandez. Hernandez puts in a quick bucket. Hernandez with a tremendous second half so far. Cardinals now with a 7-point lead, 33-26. Coming onto the floor, same 5 that exited just a moment ago. Jackson Hensley, Carson Peters, Caden Moses, Mario Hernandez, and Mason Parker. A lot of Cardinals playing hard, but let's give some credit. Mario Hernandez just going after those loose balls and rebounds, doing a tremendous job, giving him some credit. This Cardinals team playing hard, came out on fire in this second half. And so far, Buffalo hasn't scored in this quarter. So great job by the Cardinal defense, disrupting what Buffalo had been doing and putting points on the board themselves to build up a 7-point lead. Yock's up top working against Hernandez. Cardinals in a man. Cardinals working hard here, not allowing anything easy. Brooks is going to drive in and put a nice jump shot. Running jumper off the glass and in. First points of Buffalo for the half. So now they trail by 5, 28-33. Hernandez back up top to Peters. Peters is open enough. He'll put up the 3. It is a miss. Rebound by Hoffman. Not a travel. You can fall down with the ball. Inside to Siniceros. Parker's right there and knocks the ball loose. And not sure what the call is. Looks like other people weren't aware of what the call was either, but after a conference, referees decided that it was off on Turpin. And they go to Hoffman. 5-point lead for the Cardinals here. And then a turnover. Jed Huffman's going to come in for the Cardinals. Hernandez is going to take a seat. Great job by the senior, helping Cardinals in building that lead. And then a traveling is called on the Cardinals. So Cardinals trade dribbling violations, back-to-back possessions. Yock's got it now. We'll see if Yock continues to be a focal point for the offense for Buffalo, or if Coach Yock is going to run something different. Camden's going to go ahead and drive in. Moses challenges it, goes for the block, and they're going to call a body foul there. Sorry about that. Tech issue here. Yock makes the first. Sorry about that. Slight issue with my tripod. It seems to be something that goes around in Turpin circles. Buffalo has the ball in transition. They're down by only 4 now. 29-33. They trail the Cardinals by 4. Hoffman's trying to get the shot off, and he gets 2 chances at it. Misses them both. Peters has it. Gets it down to Hoffman. Hoffman puts in the easy shot. Cardinals back to a 6-point lead, 35-29. Some frenetic action on the court here. Driving inside, looking for Ceniceros. Not sure if Parker got a hold of that or not. Yock's going to reach in, not sure why. But he'll get called for the foul. Looked like maybe just a frustration foul. And Yock's going to pick up his first foul of the game, if you can believe that. Timeout taken by Buffalo. Here's your Cardinals slogan. Cardinals ball after the foul. On the floor for the Cardinals, you've got Levens, who just came in. Moses, Parker, Peters, that's Carson Peters, and Jed Huffman. Levens to Huffman in the corner. Another traveling call. Been watching those closely in this game. Both teams have to adjust. It's early in the season. You got to get your techniques down and make sure your fundamentals are square. Parker working against Rios on the outside. Brooks has it now, working against Peters. Brooks drives in. A little bit of contact, but nothing wrong there. And the rebound by Huffman. Here come the Cardinals going the other way in a hurry. Out to Peters behind the three-point line. Cross court to Levens in the corner. He thinks about it, gets knocked out of bounds by Yock. Back into Parker, ball's up top. Huffman's got it, sees an opening, drives inside. Layup for the sophomore. Cardinals by 8 again, 37-29. Last time they were up by 8 was in the first quarter. When they hit this point, Buffalo went on a run. We'll see if Buffalo's able to do that. One of the things I was curious when watching this game would be if the depth of the Bison can hang with the depth of the Cardinals. And when the fourth quarter started to hit, we're getting close right now. That shot's a miss and a rebound for the Cardinals. Cardinals with the chance to extend this lead. Levens goes up. It's a miss. Hoffman's got it. Yock coming. Out on the edge to Brooks. Brooks goes baseline. Tries to pass to Siniceros. Moses is going to get called for a kick for standing still and the ball hitting his foot. Wouldn't have mattered either way. The ball bounced square off his foot out of bounds. Rios into Yock. Yock working against Hoffman. Huffman's going to get called for a hand check, which is an interesting call to say the least with the amount of contact that's happening in this game. Evans all over Hoffman. Hoffman gets rid of it. Rios trying to drive against Parker, but can't find an opening. Kicks it to Yock again. Yock. You have to wonder if Yock's going to just turn this into a dribbling exhibition if they're going to call fouls like this. He's working hard inside. Sure enough, Yock just goes ahead and throws himself into a pile of Cardinals and gets the whistle called. This one's going to go against Levens. That is his second. Second Cardinal to have 2. Parker and Levens both have 2. Into the corner, Estrada finds himself wide open, but that's not good enough. He can't find the bottom of the net. Parker's there for the rebound. Cardinals with that 8-point lead, trying to add to it before the end of the quarter. And Peters makes it double digits. Peters hits the corner 3. Yock into the front court. We'll see if Yock tries to go hero ball or if he passes it off. He sure does. Estrada, nice pass out to Siniceros. Cardinals had brought the double team in on Estrada after he penetrated so deeply, and he has a nice kick out to Siniceros. Siniceros drains it, and it's a 9-point game again. Huffman tries to put up a 3 to make it a 12-point lead. Levens gets a little bit of hold of Siniceros. Levens is going to get called for another foul. That's his third. 5 team fouls on the Cardinals. And Hensley's going to come back in. Yock's long 3 off the front of the rim. And the Cardinals have a 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Updating your point totals while you watch our cheerleaders. Moses currently leading us in scoring with 3 3-pointers. Peters has a couple of threes as well. Parker's got, doing some quick math here, Parker's got 9 off a combination of buckets of 3 and a couple of free throws. I don't know if Post got in that quarter. Post has got 1 bucket. Hernandez with a nice quarter has 4 points. Huffman's got 4 points. Hernandez leading the team in rebounding with 6. Peters also has 5, and Parker and Hensley each have 4. Let's get ready for this fourth quarter. We'll see if the Cardinals can hold on here. You talk about an up and down game and some big time lead changes. Both teams have led by 11 at this point. Cardinals currently sitting at a 9-point lead. Oh, Estrada called for a travel. That's at least 5 travels by my count, and I'm sure there's probably more that I've missed. Nice to see the fellows are being held to account for their technique and skills here. Huffman's got it, kicks it out to Levens. On the floor for the Cardinals to start this quarter. We've got Bryson Parker, Nash Levens, Jackson Hensley, Jed Huffman, and Caden Moses. Caden Moses just hits that baseline jumper. That gives him 11 for the game. Hensley blocks a shot by Brooks. Brooks is coming up a little bit, is limping a little bit after that. He might have landed bad. He does have a big brace on one knee. Huffman kicks it out to Parker. Cardinals with a lot of ball movement here. Hensley finds an opening, puts it up. A lot of contact. Remember, we had a call on a hand check when the player never moved. But on that, Huffman goes up and no call at all, but Cardinals make the most of it and get a follow, and now they have a 13-point lead. Moses adding to his total with 13 points now. The Cardinals have a Moses hits a 3-pointer. He has 14, and the Cardinals leading by 14. Coach Biebermeyer subbing out here. Levens and Huffman to the bench, post, and Peters back in. So on the floor for the Cardinals, you've got Caden Moses, Bryson Parker, Jackson Hensley, Carson Peters, and Gunnar Post. $14 points, a nice lead. We'll see what the Cardinals can do with it here. Yawk had that really nice second quarter, but since then hasn't done a whole lot. Well, Peters about took one away from Brooks there. Yawk's got it. We'll see what Yawk does with it. They've been running the offense through Yawk a lot during this game, but not as much the last couple of minutes. Yawk about gets screened by his own player there. Brooks has it, working against Hensley. They're running a version of dribble drive here. Hensley's able to pull it away. Hensley going against Yawk. Hensley's going to come in and make an easy layup. Sorry about the camera angle there. Drive inside. Siniceros with the miss on the follow, but gets his own rebound. Goes up, and he's going to get fouled. I think that one might be on Parker. That's going to be on Gunnar Post. That's his second. Nash Levens is in trouble with 3 fouls, but nobody else is in too bad a shape. We do have 5.5 left to go in this game. Caden, Bryson, and Gunnar each have 2. Siniceros makes the first. Pulls Buffalo to within 15. Cardinals starting to run away with this. We'll see what they can do with it. The depth might be becoming an issue here. Yawk and Siniceros, I'm not sure if they've left the court in this game. It could be the Buffalo's starting to run down a bit. Brooks takes a seat. You've got, for the first time tonight, you got Edward Ibarra on the floor. We saw him during the JV game. Coach Yawk having to dig down in the bench now. That might be tough sledding against this Cardinal team. Parker working against Estrada. Brooks jumps in front of a pass from post to Hensley. Yawk's got it coming down. Moses matching up with him. Hoffman trying to set up the screen. Yawk goes the other way. Almost looks like they're running an isolation here, doesn't it? They reset the offense. It's a 14-point game. They run a pick and roll. Try and get Yock free and onto Hensley. They get it, and then Yock ends up behind the three-point line and makes a big shot. So strategy worked out there well for the Bison. Yock's able to hit the three and pull Bison back within 11. Parker working against Estrada up top, out to Post. Post left wide open from Siniceros, but can't hit the three. Cardinals can't get to the rebound in time. It's off the front of the rim. Yock's got it again. Let's see if they set up the same play. Looks like the same formation. Yock's going to set up. Shoot a long three right over Hensley. Coach Yock's going to take a timeout. So, 8-point game now. Cardinals even 47-39. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Statistician extraordinaire Ella Bullard just informed me that gave Yock 20 points for the game, so he's got over half of Buffalo's points. Cardinals have the ball after the timeout. A long pass from Peters to Hensley is stolen. Hoffman, I'm not sure if he meant to go behind the back or not, but he ended up drawing a foul on Carson Peters. Peters fouled him on a shot too. And with all the whistles against the Black, Cardinals have a total of 7 now. Hoffman's free throw falls true. Buffalo's back within 7, so a big lead for the Cardinals. Just eroding right before us. It's down to 6 points here. Cardinals now only have a 2-possession advantage on Buffalo. Early on in the game, I'd said Buffalo wasn't very good at threes, but boy howdy, has that been coming back to bite me. Yock's done a great job behind the line, piling up 20 points. Cardinals don't get the early shot, the close-up shot to fall. Rebound. Here's the ball in Yock's hands again. Hensley matching up with him outside. Yock gets a head fake, drives inside. Again, just kind of throws himself into people, and I think he's going to draw a foul on Carson Peters. Nope, he's going to draw a foul on Hensley. That's the second foul on Hensley. So Buffalo down by 6. Camden Yock's at the line, 3:17 to go. He gets a shoot 2. He makes the first. Hernandez is back in for the Cardinals. He was a big lift for the Cardinals during that big run. Scrambling, getting loose balls, getting rebounds, put in a nice shot. And with this 4-point lead now, all the Cardinals have after being into double digits and looking like things were in good shape. Maybe the Hernandez can provide a lift. Hussman's able to draw a foul on Estrada, not Ibarra. Parker's got it. Estrada's outside. Sorry, that's Rios, not Estrada. Estrada's 0. Rios is 2. Huffman for 3. Rims around. It's off. Hernandez tries to haul it in, but Siniceros with a nice block out. Buffalo's able to get the rebound. Quick three-pointer thrown up. Bounces around and in. Rios with a huge 3, and all of a sudden, it's a 1-point game. Cardinals going to have to figure this out here. It's all of a sudden a 1-point game, and the Cardinals, sitting on 8 fouls, will pay for all of their defensive mistakes here. Hernandez, huge shot from the baseline for the seniors, and it's a three-point game from the Cardinals. Hernandez has had a game. 3-point game. Cardinals extend the lead back out to 3 on a nice baseline shot by Mario Hernandez. Buffalo will bring it in. Ibarra's getting ready to inbound it into Camden Yock as we are inside the last 2.5. As far as fouls go, Levens has 3. Nobody else for the Cardinals has more than 2. Yock's got the ball up top. Cardinals switching around a little bit on their man-to-man defense. Hoffman might have sprained his ankle, but makes the jump shot. Hoffman's struggling. Looks like Yock might have to sub for him. Brooks come back to the scores table and check back in. Bison with the... Siniceros tried to flop and draw the call. Hensley drove in, hits a nice shot. Are they going to say the shot falls? Bucket counts. So Hensley gives a 2-point lead. Siniceros tries a real weak flop. Gets called for the blocking foul. That's his second. Nobody from Buffalo's in foul trouble. Hensley misses it. Hernandez goes for it. Hernandez gets called for a push. You're seeing what I'm seeing on video. This is an interesting game to watch with how the contact's interpreted. There's times we got people on the floor and no call, and times that we're having people brush arms or brush a hip. No time coming off the clock. Siniceros at the line. That's now 19 fouls on the Cardinals. Siniceros makes both. It's a 1-point game again. Cardinals have it. Under 2 to go. We'll see what Coach Biedermeyer has the Cardinals do here. Are we going to go ahead and run the clock and force Buffalo to have to foul? Are we going to attack the basket? There's your answer. Jed Huffman attacks the basket. Siniceros stands still waiting to see what will happen, and Huffman goes right up and puts a nice floater into the bucket. 53-50. Cardinals lead by 3. Yock, pull-up jumper, brings the 3-point shot. Yock has been huge in this game. They run a lot of offense through him, but you can see why. 25 for Yock now. Huffman drives inside. It's going to be interesting if they put Huffman at the line to shoot 2, and we all saw him pass. Not arguing. We'll take those free throws. But just indicative of the interesting way this game has been called. Huffman dishing the pass and giving credit for a shooting foul. Huffman makes the first, taking advantage of the call. Interesting as it may be. So, Huffman makes them both. That should be a 2-point lead for the Cardinals. It's 55-53, but they didn't put the points on the board. Scoreboard's currently wrong, by the way. Tie game after Yock hit the 3. We make 2 free throws, and the points have not been put on the board. This is Biedermeyer's going over to talk to the scorers table. Again, neither free throw got counted, and Huffman made both. They're having a discussion about it down at the scorer's table. Normally, this is not a discussion point to have during a game. Okay, the score has been corrected. 55-53, Cardinals with a 2-point lead. Bison with the ball, under a minute to go. Cardinals with the 9 fouls. If they foul at all here, it is 2 free throws that Buffalo will be shooting. Buffalo has 16 fouls, so Cardinals are in the bonus. It'll be 1-1 if they shoot. Cardinals trying to even up the record over the last 5 years between themselves and Buffalo. Buffalo holds the edge. They've gone 4 wins to our 3 wins over these last 5 years. A lot of interesting games played between these two. Yock's got the ball, driving in. Parker gets called for the foul. That's the third on Bryson. Camden Yock shooting 2 from the line. Makes the first. Buffalo trails by 1. Yock makes them go. Beavermeyer's going to let it play out instead of calling a timeout. A lot of coaches like to do this. That way the defense can't call a play. Cardinals can play for a last shot here or go ahead and attack as they see the opportunity. Moses drives in, puts it up, and gets fouled. Moses is going to have the chance to shoot 2 here to give the Cardinals the lead. 40 seconds on the clock. Foul goes against Hoffman. That is his 4th. Turns out we do have a Bison in foul trouble. Moses makes the first. He's had a tremendous game. Caden's got 15 on the game. Hernandez is going to come out. Levens comes in. Levens, you'll remember, exited with 3 fouls earlier in the game. Moses misses the second. It's a 1-point game. Right now, there's no chance for a tie. Buffalo may play for a last shot here. What do you want to bet Camden Yock's involved in it? Reset. Whoops. Someone tells me Camden is going to charge in. That's a travel. Over and over and over. Travel calls in this game, and right now a key one. 12 seconds remain in the game. Cardinals have the ball. 1-point lead. Cardinals need to get this ball in cleanly. Levens has it, and he's going to get fouled. That's going to be 5 on Hoffman. Levens caught it, knew what he needed to do, made sure that there was contact on Hoffman. Looked like a little bit of a visual conversation going on between referees, but no doubt on the call when it was finally made. That's 5 on Hoffman. Hoffman played a tough game. He ends with 6 by our count. Levens is shooting free throws. There's 11.2 seconds left. These are extremely important free throws, and if he misses the rebound, we're calling Hensley for a foul on the rebound. No time off the clock. Foul on Hensley. Siniceros gets to go shoot. He is shooting 2. 2. Makes the first. If he misses, this is a very important rebound. Coach Biebermeyer is going to go ahead and take a full timeout. Cardinals will have a minute to talk it over. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Back out so you can have the clock and the shot. Tie game. Siniceros needs to make this one to put Buffalo ahead. 10.9 seconds to go. Cardinals have it. Up ahead. Huffman wide open for the layup. It's good. Cardinals have it. 5-4. Coach Jock takes the timeout. Ball's going to be over there at the 3-quarter mark. You can see where the referee is. Cardinals, I don't know if that's a drawn-up play. Let's give credit for it. Jet Huffman gets behind the Buffalo defense, streaks down the line, and gets a layup to put the Cardinals ahead by 1, 58-57. Here's a really important point. Buffalo has no timeouts left. If they had a timeout, they could throw the ball into the front court and then take a timeout to stop the clock and have the ball in the half court set, but they don't have that. So what they have to do right here, they have to throw it either deep or charge down the court. The way this game has been called, it would be almost shocking to not have a foul called with the way they've been calling contact. Watch a give and go. Watch Yock throw it in and take off. You see they're set up for a Hail Mary. Watch Yock throw it in and take off down the court. Huffman's all over him. Cardinals win it. Cardinals win. Buffalo fans shocked after the free throws by Siniceros to put Buffalo ahead so late in the game. Then Turpin turns around with less than 11 seconds on the clock, throws it in. Beautiful play that they ran. We're going to give Coach Biebermeyer credit on calling that thing and drawing it up. He'd just taken the full timeout. Right before that, they go the length of the court. Huffman hits the layup. And then a great job also, you'll notice it was Huffman who was defending Yock after he came out of that. And they ran what I thought they would. Yock threw it in, and it's hard to guard the person who throws it in. So they ran him over the top and had him running. I'm a bit surprised. I thought they would end up, before that formation, that they would chuck it the length of the court and try to draw a foul on the Cardinals. But instead, they tried running a Hail Mary play and couldn't get anything out of it. Cardinals end up winning 58-57. This was such a back-and-forth game. Several lead changes. Both teams at one point leading by double digits. Here in the fourth, the Cardinals were up by a tremendous amount, and still Buffalo was able to come back. Here's your final point totals, and then we'll close this one up. Go home happy and get ready for the Moreland tournament coming up on Thursday. All right, point totals. Caden Moses ends up leading the Cardinals with 15 points. 4 3-pointers for the senior. He combined that with 3 rebounds and a steal. Hensley ends up with 10. Jet Huffman also with 10, including that game-winning shot with a little under 6 seconds left. Hensley combines his 10 with 4 rebounds, a steal, and a block by our unofficial count. Huffman's 10 is combined with a rebound, a couple of steals. Hernandez, with a tremendous second half, ends up with 6 points, 6 rebounds, and a steal. Let's see, Parker ends up with 9, 5 rebounds, a steal, a block, and assist, and Gunnar Post with a bucket. Cardinals, what a game to watch. Tell you what, relax if you can, but man, oh man, that put us on edge. What a game. We end up on the winning side of it. Both teams go to 3-0, heading into the Moreland tournament, and some tremendous game action hopefully awaiting us in Moreland. We'll go ahead and end this one here. The games for the first day of the tournament, girls play at 3:40. The boys game is after that. I cannot remember the time. I want to say it's at 5:30, but I don't think that's a correct start time. So 3:40 is the girls game. Boys game immediately follows on Thursday afternoon. All right. That's it from Buffalo. Congratulations to Cardinals fans. Rest well tonight. What a fun set of games to watch.